So, Ravi brother, should I start? So, let us start then. So, let us start then. Ravi brother, Ravi brother, there is an echo.
Yes, we are good.
So, Brother Ravi, do I start? Brother Ravi? Brother Ravi? So, Ravi brother, I hope I can start now. Am I audible?
Yes, starting. I'm here. I want to hear you. Sorry. Yeah.
Ravi brother, I hope I. So, namaste and a very warm good morning to all, one and all who have joined us today on behalf of the Heartfulness Institute and our guide, Daji, Shri Kamlesh Ji Patel. We welcome all of you to this very special program, Being Heartful Every Day. We thank you for making the time and the effort to join us today on the first day of this program. Your participation and your warm presence here, it matters because it is the way that we will enrich ourselves and help create a better world out there. My name is Darshwinder, and I have been a practitioner of heartfulness for the last 35 years, and I'm also a trainer of heartfulness for the last 18 years. I will be one of your hosts for this program, and let me tell you that it is an absolute delight to be present here with all of you on the 8th of April, the first day of this 21-day habit formation program, starting the Being Heartful Everyday program. So the Heartfulness Way enables human beings to realize their highest potential by living a life governed by the noble qualities of the heart. And what are these qualities? Peace, contentment, composure, compassion, courage, clarity, generosity, humility, selflessness, joy, and we can say, above all, love for all. The purpose of this Being Heartful Everyday program is to help us experience and express such qualities in our daily lives. It is meant to uplift each one of us and spread the joy that we experience to the whole world around. The heartfulness practices are enabled by a universal energy that we call yogic transmission or pranahuti, and it offers a unique method to experience and acquire such qualities. Therefore, let us all make an intention to invest the next 21 days to form a habit, to make a morning routine for each one of ourselves that will include heartfulness meditation. We will do a practice that we call AEIOU. We will also do some diary writing, and let us also read some inspirations before and after the meditation. We hope that this routine that we will set for ourselves will appeal as much to our experienced heartfulness practitioners as to as much as to the new seekers who have joined us in this Being Heartful Everyday program. So, this whole routine that we will follow each morning would take us approximately 40 minutes on a daily basis. So, let us all decide and make an intention to set aside these 40 minutes for ourselves, to give each one of ourselves this very special start to the morning. After this 21-day phase, which will lead up to the 125th birth anniversary celebrations by the end of April of the founder of Heartfulness, Shri Ramchandraji Maharaj of Shahjahanpur, whom we affectionately call Babuji. Thereafter, we will continue into the next phase of the program for 365 days. During this phase of the next 365 days after this 21-day formation, we will work with the qualities of the heart in a systematic manner over a period of 1 year. This program carries the best wishes of our guide, Daji. We hope and pray that it will serve you and all the people around you. For many of us long-standing practitioners of heartfulness, it is like an expression of our gratitude to revered Babuji, who has graced our lives with this extraordinary practice and prepared a lineage of spiritual masters who invest intensely and selflessly into our growth as true human beings. So before we start this routine of the first day of the 21-day program, we would like to know each one of you. We'd like to know something about you and your intentions for joining this program. So we will all let us go into a Menti poll. We invite you to join this poll on Menti. And we will invite you to just go to your internet browser on your phones or devices and type in hfn.ly/menti. So you will be led to a few questions that you can answer on Menti for us, which will help us to get to know you better, know what you like to do, and also we would like to know your specific intentions for joining this Being Heartful Everyday program. So as you can see, when you will be going to Menti, so we have this preparatory phase of 21 days of habit formation. And as you click next, you will be led to a question that is asked for you. We request you to just fill in these questions. I hope all of you are with me as we are moving through this Menti poll. We'd like to know, what is your favorite form of exercise? So how does your morning begin? Which are these that you like to do, which appeal to you, and which have been a regular part of your routine so far? So once you click submit, you will be led to the next part of the Menti poll. We request if all of you could share with us how you have been exposed to heartfulness. So whether you are already an existing long-term standing practitioner of heartfulness, we invite you to share with us if you have recently been introduced to the practice, or maybe this is your first time with us and you have taken out this time to really form a very good habit in the morning for a morning routine. What led you to joining this program, and what intentions do you like to set for yourself for the Being Heartful Everyday preparatory phase? So once you have shared with us and you have clicked the submit button and we have your results with us, we are grateful for you for having taken out this time to join this Menti poll and share with us your intentions and where you're from, what you do, what you like to do. I'm sure all of you have shared with us. And now let us move into the first day's routine. What we will be doing over the next 21 days is we will meet each other in the morning and we will start our morning with reading an inspiration from the founder guide of heartfulness, Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj Babuji. But today, let us move into heartfulness meditation so that we can begin our day with just being calm, moving into ourselves, connecting to our heart, and spending a few minutes in meditation. So before we do that, we request you to be seated comfortably, hopefully in a place that has no distraction around you. We request you also to turn off any devices that may bring any distraction while you are meditating and invest this time into going deeper within yourself. So let us all now prepare ourselves for meditation. We invite you to sit comfortably, close your eyes gently. For those of us who may be meditating with heartfulness for the first time, I would like to share with you the method of meditation in heartfulness. We sit comfortably and we gently turn our attention towards the heart. We begin with the idea that the godly presence, the presence of the divine, is already there within the heart as a divine light that illuminates the heart. We sit with the idea and we move from thinking about this idea and turning our attention to the feelings in the heart. So we suppose that the source of light is already present within us, attracting our attention towards itself. We sit in a receptive manner, open to welcome the transmission that flows into the heart. If you find your awareness drifting, very gently bring your awareness back to the heart and remind yourself that you are meditating on the source of the divine light in the heart. Let us all now meditate together on the presence of the divine light in the heart. Gently keep your awareness towards the source of the divine light in the. That's sit with our eyes closed for a few more moments. Keeping the attention towards the heart. Just observe the condition one's feeling. Allow this condition of the heart to spread and be absorbed in every cell of the body. This condition has now become part of the system, part of each cell. Feel this condition radiating outwards to everything surrounding us. Feel it radiating all around to the whole universe. Feel yourself becoming one with the condition. You are now this condition of the heart itself. As we go through the movements of the day, whatever we do, say, or think, allow the condition to permeate into everything that we do. Let us make an intention that we will go through this day from this condition of the heart. May it be the source of all we think, say, and do today. Whenever you feel ready and complete, you may gently open your eyes and take a couple of minutes to note down in your diary the experience of the meditation and the condition that you feel in your heart now. Over the next 2 minutes, let us write down in our diary. If we feel we have received any inspiration, some particular direction we may have received in meditation, let us note it down in our diaries. Let us all savor this condition that we have received in our heart and make it a part of everything, every moment of the day. As we go through the day, let us revisit this condition again and again, allowing it to expand and be absorbed in all of us. And then tomorrow, when we meet again to meditate in a fresh day, in a new day, this condition will be the source from where we move into the next day. We will now read an inspiration from our founder guide, Babaji. He gave us a few principles of conscious living, a few guidelines with which we could conduct our lives from the space of the heart, a few guidelines that allow us to express and live the qualities of the heart. I request the team to please share a screen so we can read a few inspirations that will allow us to retain this condition and give us some guidance on how to conduct our lives in this 21-day period as we form this wonderful habit of being in touch with ourselves. Out of these 10 guidelines that we have, over these 21 days, we will be going through two of the guidelines, Principle 6 and Principle 8. Today, let us begin with reading Principle 6. Know all people as thy brethren and treat them as such. The principle of universal brotherhood is fundamental to all religions and spiritual traditions of the world. In practice, however, what do we see? Sectarianism, prejudice, and even outright hatred, a world torn apart by violence, and a deep mistrust between nations and various factions within nations. We are faced with a human race fractured by deep divisions based on religion and race, even in the so-called civilized countries. You only have to read the news about what is currently happening with the Black Lives Matter and Me Too movements, or what happens in the name of the caste system in India, to know that we are far from universal brotherhood after thousands of years of religious teachings. From time to time, great teachers and leaders have appeared in different parts of the world in order to bring the message of peace and love. More often than not, their pleas for universal peace and brotherhood have fallen on deaf ears. Many of them have been rejected, persecuted, and even crucified. How many deaths have there been due to COVID-19, which has shut down the globe? As of 12th June 2020, there have been 423,000 deaths around the world. Now ask yourself, how many Jews were killed by the Nazis? How many people were killed by Stalin, Idi Amin, Mussolini, and during the border migration on the eve of 15th August 47 between India and Pakistan? Then there are the ethnic wars in Rwanda, the Congo, etc. When you add up the deaths resulting from calamities due to hatred, the statistics surpass the meager death due to an invisible virus. The pandemic is drawing so much of our attention, but the hatred-based calamities, perhaps we all have some level of this deeply buried hatred for something or the other, which prevents an all-out removal of hatred. It is against this backdrop that we need a fresh perspective on universal brotherhood, and in heartfulness, it emanates from the authority of a deeply experiential understanding of reality. The principle is actually very simple. Babuji writes, all things descending from the origin should be treated as coming from the same source. To bring home this point, he uses the analogy of a mother and her children. Just as children born of the same mother are related to each other in one and the same way, so also are all bound together by the same common ties of brotherliness and are related to each other in the same way. So simple, isn't it? So we will read what Babuji has to say in the part below. Just as children born of the same mother are related to each other in one and the same way, so also are all bound together by the same common ties of brotherliness and are related to each other in the same way. We'll now scroll downwards. Out of the 10 principles of conscious living, we are reading through principle 6. When you try to hurt someone who has the same godly soul in him, your soul and his are actually the same. Now ask yourself, who is hurting whom? The same souls only look different because they have different personas arising out of karma. This awareness dawns upon us when we remain imbued in the deeper pools of the Atma Chakra, the second point within the heart region. Unfortunately, many of those who pass through this chakra miss out on the awareness of universal brotherhood due to a lack of acquiring the condition, enlivening it, imbibing it, becoming one with it, and uniting with it, what we call the AEIOU practice. When we do experience and adopt this universal principle of unity, we get to first base. We cannot be devotees of God without embracing it, because it is fundamental to existence. In fact, it is pure science. We are grateful to Babuji for having given us these principles of conscious living that are like principles to conduct our lives, to live our lives by. We now come to the close of this first session of the first day of 21 days of the preparatory phase of being heartful every day. We thank one and all, each one of you, for your gracious presence with us today morning. As we remind ourselves again and again through the day of this beautiful start to the morning, let us retain this condition that has been created in our heart every moment of the day. Until we meet tomorrow at the same time at 6 a.m., we wish you all a wonderful day of remaining connected to the heart and being heartful in all we do. Thank you and namaste.